So my name is William Fielding. I'm one of the founders of Whisky and Wealth Club. I'm also the Chief Operations Officer. We originally set up Whisky and Wealth Club, me and Scott.
What we do here at Whisky and Wealth Club is we bridge the gap on the financial side of things between a whisky distillery and a whisky brand.
We took something that had only ever been available directly to bottlers, blenders and brands and brought it to the general public.
A lot of the public are fed up these days with underperforming ISAs, banks' interest at 1 to 2%, and even these days with pensions going backwards, they're looking for more asset-backed investments which are a lot safer and bigger returns.
So I started with the owners back in November last year in our infancy shoebox phase. Once I'd done some of my own research and actually seen that everything stacked up, there really was that massive gap in the market, I was really excited to get it going.
So I've previously worked in offshore investments and the financial markets in the city. I'm very glad I did. It's an exciting industry to work in. It's quite dynamic and fast moving and we're adapting every day, so every day is a challenge.
So what led me to Whisky and Wealth Club? I've always been in client-facing roles and also been involved in startups previously, but I was really excited about getting in at the beginning at this one.
I've always had a background in whisky. In fact, I used to manage a bar with over 150 single malts. It was there I found a bottle of Redbreast tucked away, and therein my love started for Irish whisky, and here I am.
As an Irishman, Irish whisky is part of my history and culture. It's one of the things that put Ireland on the map globally, from the small run distilleries in Ireland to the large, huge global brands out there.
Previously, I took financial service exams in the city, and having seen the growth of the Irish whisky market, I chose to come and join the Whisky and Wealth Club to pursue this opportunity here.
I came from an equities background originally. It's actually one of my clients who informed me that he was involved with this, so naturally I sort of pursued and had a look at what was going on. Very excited. Down the line, here I am.
There's so many exciting opportunities all the time working in the office, and the growth of the company, so it's rapidly growing all the time. We're going into so many different fields and it's really exciting to watch.
I like to learn. I like to be good at everything, so I don't know, recognition I suppose.
The fact that this is a very clear and defined strategy of how people can improve their lives, and not only theirs, the lives of people around them, I think that was one of the main reasons why I chose to work for Whisky and Wealth Club.
It's really rewarding to help your clients and know that they're really happy with what they're getting involved in.
Seeing those people I speak to potentially reaching their financial goals, that's really what drives me forward.
Really seeing the cask whisky investments purely as a vehicle that's going to help them achieve their financial goals, whether it be over 5, 7 or 10 years. And it's nice that some clients are even thinking of investing on behalf of their children and grandchildren to secure their future as well.
I've got such a passion for whisky, and being here on a day-to-day basis wherein learning much more about the industry itself and learning more about investments is very much a driving factor.
The fact that the gap between supply and demand is actually growing.
The production didn't get ramped up for a long time. There was a 20-year period where the market was growing in double digits and they went from 3 to 4 distilleries. Which basically means there's a drought around at the moment, which for any investors, if you know about supply and demand, then you know that that's an exciting bit of information.
There's a lot of growth within Irish whisky, and I do want to be a part of that, so that's what excites me the most.
It's really becoming a cool drink again with young people. It used to be known as a dad drink, but now all the young millennials are drinking it.
So I would drink my whisky straight, otherwise my dad would probably murder me if I added anything else to it.
I'm quite traditionalist, so I do like it neat, but if I'm drinking something with a bit more cask strength, then I'm partial to a little bit of water in there.
Neat with a few drops of water to open up the flavours, around 25 to 30% ABV. I don't mind a good old fashioned also.
Old fashioned, of course. It's my favourite cocktail in general. Negroni also, that doesn't have whiskey in it.
I've actually acquired quite a taste for it, so I'd have to say on the rocks.
So where I'm from, there's only one way to drink whiskey, and that's neat. Sláinte.